To this VOD view, we're gonna be looking at an 1800 SR Reaper here on a Lijiang. Already using the Wraith form to get out of spawn quicker. That's good. Keeping out. Instantly looking for a flank. Let's see what's happening here. We are lurking. This is really good. I think already we start shooting maybe a bit too early. I feel like because the enemy team isn't looking at us, we can get very close. And Reaper obviously has like massive fall off on his damage. So I feel like we could like walk all the way up and then shoot the Lucia or the Zarya or the Rhine. All of them are good, right in the face. Start shooting. You see how little damage I did to the Lucia just now with your first shot? It's better to like walk up all the way as Reaper, get that max damage in. Second shot's good, right? We don't fully hit it on the Lucio, but you already see how you do more damage from close range. That was a great third shot. You see how much damage you do? The Lucio really should have reacted after the first shot, but nice flank there. Try to walk up a little bit closer next time. This is good, right? We're hitting shots, great. We're getting zapped, so we Wraith. I feel like when you Wraith, you use it as a get out of jail card, right? So you want to go back to your team, making sure you stay alive, right? Staying alive is the best thing you can do in Overwatch. But I feel like going to duel this Kree isn't good because he's likely just going to flash you and then you die because you don't have Wraith form anymore. So let's see what the Kree does here. Is he going to flash? Yes. Is he going to... Okay. So yeah. After you did that first move, right? Really nice kill on the Lucio. Getting your Wraith force is fine. But then make sure you return to your team for heals. And then you can go back in again once you either have your Wraith form up or your full health, right? But yeah. Good start overall. Moving out again. Oh, we messed up the TP. That's okay. Definitely don't want to go in. If you look at that kill feed, our whole team is dead. So we should just be going back, right? Now we're already in a little bit too much, so we might as well die. But you're not going to live here. Always want to be looking at, you know, how many people you've got. Otherwise, you're just going to be walking out one by one. Again, we're keeping in, but our team is still fighting and dying here. So I think in this case, you don't go for the deep TP, and you try to force the people in front of you out and regroup with your team, right? Because you're not 6 yet. Okay. You force point though? Fine. Okay, Lucio comes and contests you. And they force our Wraith form out, right? Because we're alone, our whole team's dead. We are likely not going to live here. I don't think we could have gotten out with that Wraith form, but in general, make sure that your team is fully stacked when you do go for fights. Okay, our DUI gets 2 picks on the supports. We're doing the TP again. I think this is actually pretty good, right? Because there's 2 of ours on point and 2 of theirs. So the fight's very even. So going in now would be good. Oh, your POV. We get stunned. And we die because their Kree is just sitting on the same angle over and over again. We didn't have to Wraith form. Let's see how we could have avoided the Kree there, maybe. I think. This was okay, right? Like we just... Maybe we could have heard the Kree, but overall there's not too much you can do about that one. Looking at the bigger picture. He stuns us, we die. Fine. Right. Or maybe been a little more aware that he was going to be there, but overall, wouldn't lose any sleep over that. Gotta come back again. Our team's still going in one by one. Again, we're down so many people. Just regroup, wait for everybody, and go in together. Okay, so we hit a really nice flick on the Zarya. Try to finish her off. Kree comes in. We Wraith form, and again, because our Wraith form is down, I know you're really greedy for these kills, but the Kree is flashbang, and if you don't have a Wraith, he's just gonna flashbang you and you're gonna die, right? Oh my god, he missed the shot. Okay, if the Kree hit the shot there, you would have died. But overall, that was a great engage, right? Like, you hit some really nice shots on the enemy Zarya, actually. Look at that. And then bam. Nice. And then you sadly missed the last shot. Could have gotten the kill, but that's fine. Now we swap focus to the Kree because he's trying to go and stun us, right? If he tries to stun us, we want the Wraith form. Now that our Wraith form's forced out though, which is okay to use here, right? Like, you're scared of the stun. They're starting to do a lot of damage to you. Especially at high SR, he would have stunned you earlier. And then you Wraith form. But then I think when you Wraith form, Reshepta, that's when you need to start getting out. Because if you go here, you could get healing, etc. because your team's pushing in. But now you go back in and they should kill you here. They don't. But they really should. Because you're stunned. If he just clicks your head here, it does 140 damage, you die. Or if he right clicks you, right? You die in both circumstances. If they don't, they get the kill. Which is lucky. Get 2 kills, nice job. And then we go on the Mercy. Nice flick there. This is still a really good flank, right? We get our ult up. I like this ult. Enemy team wasn't really in a position to stop you. Maybe this fight was already won. But overall, I wouldn't lose sleep over that too. You're Lucio using beat, I would lose sleep over that, but that's okay. I think as Reaper, what's really good about Reaper is that even if you go very aggressive, your Wraith form still keeps you very safe, right? So what I think you can do in a lot of these situations, especially at lower SR, is you could be hiding around corners. Like here, and then when the enemy walks in, you can shoot them in the back, and then when they look at you, or do damage to you, then you can Wraith form out back to your team and you're fine. So you can really like push the limits with Reaper, and there's no reason to be taking these long range engagements, because he does 0 damage at long range. Like you poking, oh, I went too far forward. But yeah, you poking at long range here is like does nothing, right? Like all you're doing here is you can get shot by Kree. We get grabbed. Gladly you are Reaper, or luckily you are Reaper, so you can easily Wraith form out, right? Nice job. And enemy run shatters. We don't have Wraith form anymore, so we die. Oh, we don't die. They just don't kill us after shatter. Okay. Oh, we get booped away by the pin, I see. Now we can focus the enemy. Reinhardt, we are a tank buster. Reaper does so much damage against tanks. Missing a few shots, that's okay. Right. Reload. I don't think we needed to Wraith form there, but I understand why you did. We're still focusing right, which is really good, right? Reaper close range damage is absurd. Frickin' kill his ass. And we go on Zarya. 80-80 strafing. Use to reload, you get health back from shots. A shot there, but that's okay. Your boy Teddy comes in and helps you. Teddy popped off that fight. He killed the Pharah and the Mercy. Again, we're kind of in this situation where, you know, we're in the middle, we're not doing too much. So we could, like, pick a corner and just sit there, you know? Like, just wait for them to come. Like here. Could be great, right? Maybe if you think they'll go bridge, you can sit here. And then if they go to the other side where you're not, you can just TP to that side, right? To be in the fight anyway. Or use your TP as a flank. But you standing here, right? It's not doing a whole lot. It's already good that you're not peeking too much. But yeah. Kree's on the flank. Oh, okay. So Kree is really good against Reaper. If he flashbangs you and right clicks you, you're dead. So you either have to dodge the flashbang with Wraith, or you have to kind of avoid the Kree. It's better to go for tanks here like you are right now. Getting shots in. We have to Wraith out to our team. That's okay, right? It's a little awkward that we started so far away from the enemy tanks because we had to walk all the way to them, right? Maybe if we would have started around this corner, if we expect them to go bridge, that would have been better. Because then we could have gotten those shots in and then Wraithed out, but we would have gotten them in earlier, right? And we wouldn't have had to walk to them as long. Ooh, and now again, this TP Reaper or Crazy is going to kill you if you TP like that. Fight's basically over, but I think regrouping with Teddy right here could have been the better choice, or shooting tanks. Okay. So we're going back in. Point is still ours, so this is really good, right? Even if your team is not grouped, if the point is yours, fighting on it is very good. We find an isolated Reinhardt. We start putting bullets in his head. Oh, nice clip on his head. See how much damage that did? This is ridiculous sometimes. Yeah, nice job. I think this is a situation. Okay, so you wanted to ult, and I wanted to see this is a situation where you definitely can ult. But you got booped away. Very nice boop by the enemy Lucio, right? You're still gonna get back in a little bit. Apparently kill their Mercy, and then you die. Maybe what we could have done is waited out the boop, just shoot them for a little bit, shoot the Zarya for a little bit, force the Lucio boop, and then walk back in and ult it. But I wouldn't lose any sleep over that again. Got the Mercy. Worth. It's a ground Mercy right there, even though there's a fair. Oh, okay, we're coming back. The overtime spawns last a long time. That's why that spawn took so long. Okay, we go for the backline TP again. This is fine, right? Fight's going on point. And you have to use that TP mobility. You check for the McCree, which is very smart. He's not here this time, but I think it is really smart because he has been there for a lot. You find a Pharah. Take her out. Nice. We hit a few shots. Pharah flies up. That's fine. 3. Okay, so he stuns you. Ideally, you could reform the stun rate, but that's very hard. Okay, we reform after the stun, that's fine. Okay, the Kree starts ulting with 1 HP, and we clean up. It's a good VOD, it's very close. Yeah, we end up taking it here. Based on that round, I think what's very important is stop emoting. They're on the point. They're fighting. But based on this round, I think what's very important is that we focus on one, walking up to the enemy team, getting like good shots in early on, and two, using our Ray form smart and using it as a get out of jail free card. And then once, you know, we've used that cooldown, we play a little bit safer, and once we have it again, we can face plant them again, right? That's what Reaper's very good at, very close range combat. And then on their retakes, you can just sit around a corner somewhere, wait for them to walk in and try to one-shot somebody and Wraith out. Nice job overall though. And we go next round. Neom. Okay. So we're walking up top. Our team's going main. So we do a good job deciding to go main. Because we obviously want to walk up to them before they get anywhere. We TP top. And I kind of like this. Because now we can drop on their heads, right? I think it's a pretty good move. I don't know why we're going there though. I think you go top and then you drop on them here. And you try to focus the Reinhardt or you go for this flank. But we're going to Africa right now. I don't know where we're going. We're on an adventure. Oh, we're looking at going White Room. So there was a plan behind it. They're just not there. So. Oh, focus the Cree. Nice job. He stunned us, but he could have. So what Cree can do, and what this Cree is not doing, is he can stun the Reaper and then right click you with a full clip, and it will one shot you. So you have to be very careful of Cree and his stun. And if you do see the stun come out, try to reform it again. Overall, the idea was good there. Maybe we could have went for like a little more frontline approach because we kind of came in there as our team was already dead. Good shots on the Zarya, nice job. For basing point, we didn't really need to use that Ray form, but that's okay. And then again, we're going for the Kree when we have no Ray form. So using the Ray form there is fine, right? But you're very vulnerable without the ability. So maybe you could have backed up after you used it and not died. You always want to play to live in Overwatch. Teddy's popping off though, he's killing everybody. Oh my god, you get like a 4K there. We're back in. Oh, and this is a mistake. I don't think you ever want to reform in like that. Even though the fight's won, if we go on the McCree without the reform, right? Because that Zarya would have died anyway. But if we go on the Kree without the reform, and he stuns us and right clicks us, we die. And it has a pretty significant cooldown, right? It's like 10 seconds. So you want to watch out with using it just for the mobility. Doesn't give you as much of a speed boost as some people think it does. Trace is here. Try to shoot him in the face, which we're good at. We just barely miss. That's okay. You really want to get healed up here though. You're 100 HP. Nice, we do get the healing we want. Shoot the shield, we reform out. Could have maybe stayed in there a little bit longer, but overall that's okay. We back out. The Rhine pins in, so this Rhine is something you can definitely go on here. Because you are a tank shredder as Reaper. Then we are kind of long range shooting, which I would advise against very much of Reaper. Like instead of long range shooting the Zarya here, either go for the Rhine, because he's right here. I think you're going for him now, or try to set up a flank if the Rhine wasn't there. But just like long range shooting, it's like not that great. Okay, that's fine, right? Oh, are we gonna Wraith? Yes, nice job. Okay. So now we're full HP, so now I don't mind going into the back line as much. But again, where he has flashbang and right click. He just starts right clicking you from long range, so I guess he didn't have the flashbang there? No, he did not. That was good. Okay, we end up killing the Zarya. Nice job. Got the point, we sit on it. Okay. We TP in and then we Wraith. So this is a massive error, I feel. And I think this is because our Winston went in, obviously. But Wraith farming in here and then ulting makes it really obvious that you want to ult. Like, the enemy team should know that you really want to ult here. And they can boop you, and if their Kree is here, you can stun you, right? I don't know where he is right now. But overall, this play was very predictable. It might work out, but oh boy, the Lucia boops you into their team instead of out. But yeah, we get the Tracer even. So we do get value, but I don't think we should have gotten value. That makes sense, right? I think the proper Reaper play is here. If you're already in this far because your Winston went in, Wraith out, sit around a corner, shoot a few shots, and then Reaper ult, right? Or alternatively, we don't Wraith in at all. We wait white room or this corner here or this corner here until they walk in. We shoot shots, so we go for a flank, and then we Reaper ult after, right? The Kree's going for the mega flank, so you're good here. You will, but normally you could get like Kree stun here, right? And then you just die and your ult would be wasted. Yeah. If you do end up dying, it's a 1-for-1. Okay. There, Ryan Pin's in again, so he's a very good target. I think he's gonna die either way though. Then we spot the Zarya. Good shots on the Zarya, she's very low. You just want to burst the shield now. I think if Zarya is that low and she shields, just keep shooting it. She is going to die after it if you still focus her and you had full HP. Oh, she gets booped out. So sad. Oh, nice flick on the Mercy there. You're very low again. So instead of staying in with the Wraith, I think you kite back to your team with the Wraith. Like normally, Moira would be main, right? So you really want to get back to your Moira, get the heals, and then go back in. Overwatch is all about staying alive. You kill the Zarya though, so nice job. Yeah, we do a good job. We win the game. Nice. That was a great game. Liked watching that. If I were to give you some parting tips, I would say use Wraith as escape. Don't mind my terrible handwriting here. Ooh, that C is kind of clean. E is also okay. Then 2, I would say make sure that when the enemy team is like trying to get in, so trying to retake, that you don't like long range duel them as Reaper because you do 0 damage at long range. You try to set up flanks and like one shots on their walk in, right? Because Reaper does so much damage at close range. That not like setting up for where they're going to walk in is going to do you a lot of better than spamming them from long range and letting them know where you are, right? You always want to be sneaky as Reaper. And then let me think about a third one here. I think so. This one is obviously like the biggest one, right? Really big one. 3. Look for tanks that are out of position. So because Ryan was pinning in a lot, and I feel like we really could have focused him a lot of the time, but we decided to go for backlines or go for McCree a lot, right? While Reaper Strength is eviscerating tanks, which you also did a lot of times. But I feel like with how aggressive their Reinhardt was, you could blow him up or be more of a menace to him. This is the same for when the enemy team goes Winston or Diva, right? If they're out of position, try to catch them out if you are playing Reaper. But this is so important. Look for people with an escape. Very, very important. Okay. For the people watching on YouTube, thank you for watching this VOD review. I'll see you guys in the next one.